All right, man. Maybe I'm live again. Ain't no people here. Nobody's here. Well, I got 3 thumbs up and no people. That's a little odd. All right. Glad everybody could make it. Thank you. Thank you all for rejoining. 5 and 5. Yes. Oh, look at the thumbs up happen, man. You guys are great. Y'all rock. You really. So, anywho, the way that I'm looking at this is it's going to be a long time here until we hear anything. Now, I could and probably will have a live show every Tuesday where I am in constant repeat mode for a year and a half. He's out of jail, but he's not here. He is not here. He's in Lafayette. That's where he's at. Thank you. Now, if I may. So, anyway, I'd probably just say, and I will be repeating myself for a year and a half. Rascal, glad you're here. Hello, everyone. Everybody. So that's kind of where that lies right now. But there is no new news. I wish there was some new news. I wish that there was something that I could give to people in the meantime, but there isn't. And that's the real bummerness of it. Because until they announce it, I just have to sit repeating myself. And everybody's like, yeah, we heard this already. I remember hearing that 100 times. So, what am I going to do for a year and a half? Well, I can just run a show. That's it. I'll run a weekly live show, and that will be that. If any, that as well. But I am going to start a separate channel on this channel to cover what I'm going to cover from here on, because I think that half the people that watch my channel now would be like, yeah, I don't know crap about that. Don't care at all. Interviews of what? I did all the interviews. I mean, Greeno was talking about going and talking to the family. I said, have a good time. What would I ask the family? There is nothing that the family knows. About what, though? What would I ask them? I mean, there is nothing that would be solving the case that they would give me. Zero. It'd be even a Tobe update. I mean, it's all going to be the identical, is what I'm getting at. It's all going to be the identical. What do you mean I don't know? Nobody's going to come to me in an interview and go, dude, I know exactly who that guy is. You're the first one to show me that. Not going to happen. Like I said, if somebody's out there getting an interview with the family or this or that, it's just because people want to see that. But the thing is, but there's nothing there that could help me. That's the point I make. I've never went and talked to the family. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. Anything that I would take into consideration generally came out of law enforcement's mouth. You see where I'm at? The family, they're going to just reminisce about how it happened and everything, and you're just bringing it back out, but it's been done. He was actually in the Navy, not a Marine. Well, right. But again, if I go talk to them, okay, there's a lot I could go do on it. There's a whole lot I could, I mean, I'm not trying to be a wise guy here, but there's a lot I could go do like that. But it wouldn't cover what I want to get done, which I have done. You see, that's just out there making money off the case at that point, because I'm just going to get like seeking views. What I'm trying to establish is this is what's really happening. This is what's going on. This is what you should be looking at. Stuff like that. Talking to the family, that's Greeno's job, man. That's what Greeno does. He'll go talk to people like that. Not me. Not me. I don't care about it that much. The views, I'm saying, not the case. There is no way for me to interview him. One, I've wrote him a bunch of letters. Well, 6. 6 equals a bunch in my vocabulary. And, out of those 6, he has not answered any, but I don't think that they allow him a writing instrument without supervision. As you can see, he is not shaved or anything like that. So I think for safety concerns, they don't really give him a writing instrument unless he's there to sign legal papers and under supervision, something along those lines. That's what I suspect. But as far as an interview with him, he would have to be able to call me, which he probably could collect. I would have to have a phone that he could call, not me call him. I don't know, Dana. I don't. Maybe there could be a lot of reasons, but I mean, they don't tell the public. In his blood. Mm. Hey. But if it was one person that I would interview, it would be that suspect right there. He's the guy's wife. Maybe you didn't hear about it. Maybe nobody told you. Maybe nobody said, hey, did you just happen to hear about it? But yeah, he's the one. He's the guy. And I'll be repeating that for a year and a half. Smart Money says, check on the list. Where was that at, Rascal? Do you know where that occurred at? Because that is something that I would look into. Oh, okay. Well, right, but yeah, well, very cool that they were kind of the same. But I mean, if the guy was charged already, you know, it's good that you're here though, Sarah. It's kind of as I said, Dustin, that my suspect is in a different state on a different crime, first-degree murder, and 16 other felony charges on that. He's facing first and life behind bars without parole. So another state can't go down and talk to him. The state of Indiana can't go down and say, we'd like to talk to him, because his public defender would be, well, stop right there. You're not going to say anything to him, because that's what a public defender will do. We can't go down there and muddy their waters the same as they can't come up here and muddy ours. That's what a public defender would do, would be, no, you're not talking to him, period. And that's the way. And that's why they won't say anything about it, because they're going to have that weight. They can't talk to him. They're not going to file charges. And when file charges, then the media don't ask about it, and then they don't have to answer with why he said. Well, he didn't say anything. Well, we never talked to him. Well, we just know he did. I mean, you see, the only thing that law enforcement could answer to would be their investigation and what they know. But they couldn't answer anything on it if they just went and filed charges. Everybody go, yay, it's him, and go back to bed. I don't know. I have no clue what it is that people want on that. I have no idea. Okay. Let's see. Well, they no, he doesn't have anything to look forward to. That's fact. And again, that was my whole thing on a confession. Because if you got to do life without parole, you're never getting out. You know that. You'll never see a free day in your life. The only thing that you have to go on or make money from are your crimes, just like Charles Manson. Charles Manson was worth, what was that? Was it $3? Maybe it was more than $3 million that he made just in speaking in interviews while he was in prison. And that's probably the same thing that, I mean, he ain't going to make that much money, but that's the same thing he'll do. When they go down there and confront him with the evidence, he'll go, yeah, hold on a minute. Somebody's knocking at my door because I'm having a live show. Wait. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. I'm back. Oh, you know what? This looks like a jail shirt, but actually it ain't. It's a little bit more nicer than a jail shirt. So Anywho, I believe that he will be confessing as soon as they go down there and talk to him. That and Evansdale. I believe he'll confess to both. He really, it's not that he don't have options, but in Delphi, what are his options? Oh, I didn't do it. Ha 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 ha. Okay, well, we're going to file charges and prove it anyway. Well, you just try that. We will. It's he don't really have any say here in Delphi. Now in Evansdale, I don't think that they got DNA, but they can show that it was his car, this and that, and I think that he'll come right out with that. Although Evansdale, I'm not reconnecting again though. Anyway, Evansdale, I don't think has the same evidence as what Delphi. It isn't. It isn't crazy for them to make that kind of money in prison. I mean, if they did a crime and you get like a news agency that's like, we'll pay you $250,000 to have an hour-long interview with you, and they say, okay, yeah, that buys a lot of commissary. It's news, and a person in prison has every right to make money. We're the ones that's got to pay for them being in there, if you see the point I make. Did I lose everybody? Is everybody gone? Because if it's a bad connection day, I apologize, and I'm probably going to have to roll because, okay. Oh, okay, good. All right. I didn't lose everyone. For her case, and you know what, that could be like GoFundMe. They stop you from making money for your legal case. You got to have that in your pocket to hand them. You know what I'm saying? You know what the Bar Association is? It's the British something registry. These licensed lawyers work for the Queen. Isn't that something to think about as an American? Yeah, you got to have a licensed attorney that, curtsy to the Queen. It takes orders from Her Majesty. This country makes me sick, man. It really does. And that's what my new channel's going to be about. It's going to be exactly that. Man, you know what? Jodi Arias. Man, hey, is it just me? Is it? I want to write her a letter, but I just want to tell her how adorable she is. Like, wow, Jodi, you really got it going on, baby love. Me some evening, please. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jodi Arias, man. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, she's up there and probably. Yeah, she's in like my top 5 like women killers ever. Susan Adkins, Squeaky Fromm is kind of hot in her own way, a little bit. Totally Arias, man. Wow, she's like top of the line. Yeah, of course, Dustin. Yeah, when they come out with it and to get, oh really? Give me your number. Give me. But yeah, I believe that already solved, Dustin. I do. I know that law enforcement knows what I know. They knew what I knew before I knew it. You see where I'm at? Because they was already in connection with these other agencies, and it was all put together before I pieced it together. They already know. So I do know that. Yeah, because when they come out and file the charges, and again, that's the whole weight. But when they do file charges, they're going to say on who and why. They will have it already went down and talked to him at that time. Because everybody says like, well, how are they going to answer for that? Because of the briefing. Well, it's easy. When they come out and say this guy did it, everybody's like, we don't care about that. What we want to know is, and they go right into the questions. Crap. It was made to be crap. It was part of the misinformation that was given so that they could end the investigation. That's what they wanted. That's what the briefing was about. Let's go out. Let's give them old information that we think is somebody 18 to 40 that lives in and around Delphi. Kind of looks like this sketch. Anybody calling in on that new, thing. Yeah, so it's like crap. We ain't got to investigate that. All the other calls, they have to investigate. Give people like wrongful information, and they call in on that. That you don't have to. You already know who did it. And then I get people going, "Ha, yeah, you're a rule tool, aren't you, to say that? Like law enforcement would lie to us. You got some amount of nerve, buddy." Like, yeah, they would rather lie to you than look at you. I don't even like law enforcement. If you do and you respect them, go about your merry programmed way. It's not me. I'm not that dude. Trust me, I'm an American. I do not like laws. I do not like this legal system. I like freedom, the way we're supposed to have it. And thank you. No, you know what? I do, Brett. Brett wants to know if I think that them crossing the stream was part of the plan or if they tried to run to get away. Now, I mean, I can answer that by saying that I've walked down there. I've walked that whole path that they walked. And once you get to the creek, I think that it was his intention to cross. Now, the reason is because I covered in some old videos. If you're looking at that, like on Google Maps, and you look up like Monon High Bridge Trail. Like right here, where you come down from Freedom Bridge and you hit the railroad bridge, and then you cross to the far side. Now you go down the hill, you take the car path back over to the creek, which runs this way under the bridge. Now, when you cross it, you're back over here on private property, but you can't be seen from the trail or the bridge over here where he crossed to. That's why he wanted to get him over there, because from there they couldn't be seen by any fellow hikers. So I think that he intentionally made them cross there to get them to the other side. Because if they had tried to run to get to the other side, why couldn't they have beat it out to the county road before him? They were smaller. They would have been in better shape and could have ran probably at a quicker pace, maybe up the hill. He would have only had to catch one. You see where I'm at? No, I don't carry because I do not watch anybody else's videos. You know what? Fact, honest fact, I don't even watch Greeno's videos unless he says, go watch my video. I don't think, well, I mean, I would if he was live or something like that. But I mean, I already know his thoughts. I don't really watch anybody's videos. Yeah, I do too. I think it was part of his plan. It would have been nice if they did try to run and one of them got away. I mean, something along that line. It would have been a big help. But you know what? I think that the biggest help in all this to us, and law enforcement as well, is probably the fact that, we had those pictures and the sound of his voice all along. Yeah, like I said, I don't watch anybody else's videos. Yeah, yes, I do. I do. When it comes out in court, and here's the thing, we may not hear what all happens in court, but I can buy the transcripts and find out. And I can display them and show people exactly what was all said, what was confessed to, what was, all of that. And, even at that, man, you're still looking at over 2 years down the road. It's going to be a minute. It's not a quick time coming. Oh, crap. You know what? Hey, if I may just break in here really quick. Look, man, I got this new vape for it. It's called Cocoa by the Pound. Let me tell you something. If you vape, stuff's an addiction, man. God, I love Cocoa by the Pound. It's some of the best tasting stuff like ever, man, ever. If you vape, you need Cocoa by the Pound. There. I said it. Now can I get my money? God, man. Endorsers, people. What I think really happened, you know what? Oh, okay. Once they had gotten to the south side of the bridge, I mean, once then we know that he headed across toward them. I mean that put it into play. We know. I mean, okay, like once the crime was committed, I feel I mean, I 100% feel that he walked back to the 501 on the north side of the creek. From where the bodies were left, he walked up the hill and then back to the 501. I think there he seen Cheyenne walking because he didn't want people to see him walking out. They would have known he was back that direction. It would have put him as suspect. You see where I'm at? So I think when he seen Cheyenne walking the 501 to the railroad bridge, I think he held his position behind a tree, let her pass at a comfortable distance, and then kept walking. Ran into flannel shirt guy on his way out. He was seen there as well. But that's what I think had happened. But I mean, as far as anything else, I'm not a psychic. I mean, I can only give you what I can look at and say, yeah, I'm pretty sure it went down like this. Because this is the quickest avenue to do that. You see where I'm at? He wasn't there killing a lot of time. Yeah, but you know what? This right here, Chris, and Chris is saying I should focus on more cold cases. This was kind of brought to me. Okay, this was brought to me because I live here. I mean, I live here. Look, when I looked at the news and I seen that a crime like this had occurred in Delphi, I thought, oh, wow. So, yeah, I thought some local dude went out and did this, man. He's going to be hung, man. Holy crap. 2 years later, you see where I'm at? Because nothing was found. And that's what kept me in this case. Because I'm hounding the police, I'm hounding these people. I'm like, why do you give us pixelated images and expect that we're going to know that guy? We don't. 36,000 people, sir, do not know that guy already. We need better. 2 years later, they come out with the video. Should have did that immediately. Tell us about a car. 2 years, 2 months after the fact. Yeah, well done. Well done, man. So that's what got me into looking into this case. And after over 2 years, yeah, I know every fact of it. I mean, I know the facts that have been outlined that everybody, I know that really well. I know that forward, backwards, and in between. So that's kind of what, put my mind into that. But now when St. Louis got a hold of Carroll County and I started looking at that guy, everything that I found matched, everything, and then everything started adding up, and then everything compounded after a little bit of no time. Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at that guy. I'm looking at him. And that connected back to Evansdale identically. And I mean, that's the reason that I got these two. But you see, it was given to me. I didn't go out and find this guy. You see, it wasn't my investigation that found him. It was my investigation upon another person that was like being looked at as a person of interest. And that led me to it. Now, I can't go out and look at a cold case and then find that guy, not without people to look at. You see where I'm at? If there aren't people to look through and speculate into and know, then I'm just kind of looking into it. I'm kind of doing which is what I'm doing in this case. It's the same as John Kelly Profiler. He looks at the cases, kind of looks at how they was done and tries to make an image of like the killer, as to why he killed, what his methods were, how it was done, that, this and that, like profiling the case. And in some cases, investigators want that because they want that outside avenue as to what they're looking for, because sometimes investigators don't have that, and they look to profilers. It's one of those things, it's not that I'm sitting here solving the crime, but I've kind of always methods since I've looked it over. I mean, I knew what occurred. Went there, you walk it, after a minute, you're like, yeah. And it's when people that don't live here, that have never been there, are making a video about it, talking straight out their backside, like Nancy Grace. Nancy, just shut up. Just shut up, Nancy. God, you make me sick, man. You know what? If I was on that Nancy Grace on Dr. Oz show, she would have got one of these people. She would have got one of those. I would have gave it to her right on TV. Bow! Shut up! That's how I roll. That you hit a woman. No, I didn't. I hit Nancy Grace, man. God. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. I am live. She's a sensista. She's one of the. She's one of those B words. Yes, thank you. She's sensational. That's sensationalized. She knows nothing about crime. She don't care about crime. She wants to make money sensationalizing. That's what she's really about. I'll say straight up. Johnny Bump City Bumpus, man. Yeah, junior welterweight. I forget what happened to him, man. I know he was in the new champions crowd. I think he was under Lou Duva. I think that was his coach. This is back in the 80s, man, early 80s. That was back in like the glory days of boxing. No, I don't. I don't think that they will at all. And now they will when it goes to court. When they go to court, then they got to come out with the evidence that they have. That's what I was saying about the transcripts. I can get the transcripts. That way, we'll know everything that was discussed in court, everything that was confessed to, all of it. You know, we'll get every last dime of it. So that's what I'm going to be looking into. When law enforcement said BG never. Wait, what? Enforcement said that the suspect had never committed a crime before. He had never been arrested. They had never taken his fingerprints or his DNA. That's what that meant. So they didn't have they didn't have his DNA or fingerprints in the CODIS for that reason. Daniel, no, they will not. I totally disagree that they will, because the media will not say anything. Do you know why, Daniel? Because the media and the law enforcement, they work together. They work together, buddy. Just like the government and the media, yeah, they work together, pal. That's exactly how they operate. Law enforcement can tell you anything you want, and you know what the media will say about it? So, TV's the killer, is he? Yes, he is. Yay! You must feel really good. You got the killer. Yeah, all right. Nobody will say word one for that. Their minds, they'll go, yeah, we finally got the guy. Today's the day. Yes. That's what will happen. And I am telling you that that is the way that it occurred. It is. They're not going to say anything. They're not going to question that. You know what? This is going to be law enforcement's response if even ask about that. Well, he was just given to us as a person of interest. We couldn't go down. We was relying on the body. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ask another question like that to law enforcement. Go on. Because that's how they are. We was relying on what we knew. We was trying to give people the goods. Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, Dustin wants to know why I think that the suspect had killed them. And, you know, from the beginning, when I first seen the photos of Bridge Guy, you can tell it was an older guy. You know, had already seen pictures of the girls. And to go there to a trail, an older guy that I assumed off the bat, I mean, right off the bat, I assumed it was a local person, but I didn't feel that they knew that person. So I figured that for a guy to go out there to a trail, grab two girls and kill them, almost every single time, if you look at it, it's going to be a sexual motive. Unless somebody hired him like it was revenge or something like that, but that's more rare. Normally when two girls like that are abducted and killed. Now, I don't know that, but that is what I speculated off the bat. And having thought that, I said there's probably going to be DNA at the crime scene. Now, there's only a couple ways that you're going to get DNA. I mean, if you see the point I'm making. I mean, you could get touch DNA, but I think that you're looking at, you know, a little different than that. So, and that's why I said I felt that there would be DNA there. There was DNA there. No, you know what I did, or Aaron. Aaron wants to know if I thought it was drug related. Now I did, but I think that I did in a different reason than maybe what a lot of people did. A lot of people thought it dealt with DG, with the MET. You see where I'm at, like that, like it was revenge for a bad drug deal, and I'm like, no, it ain't. No, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I'm like, no, it ain't. It ain't. But what I did feel ought to go is because a lot of the young people that live around Delphi would go out there, to the high bridge. And I felt that like a younger, well, I say not younger person, because I was looking at somebody at least right in an area of upper 30s to 40s, right? Just from the picture. You can't see his face, but I was thinking it was an older guy. I thought that drugs may have played in on that, him using, but not as far as like a revenge drug deal, that kind of thing, nothing like that. Even off the bat, I knew that like when the FBI was there for over a month off to go, family, friends, internet, everything was covered fully. Dustin, you said, why you think it's older man for? Do I think he might be homeless? Well, you can clearly see it's older than the two girls that is, and might be homeless. Off the bat, I said that given the clothes that he's wearing, he appears like he may have camped there the night before because there was no mention of a car. So I said that there could be reason to believe that he may have camped there, and been outside. You get up in the morning, you got your clothes on where you're layered. And they did search the Wildcat. They took a police helicopter down the Wildcat right here, real low, down all the rivers and creeks around the area. And they was looking for somebody camping. So, I felt off the bat that he may have camped, but not now. I mean, now I know that he drove here, but, I was in the same position as law enforcement was. Law enforcement didn't know about a car. He didn't know where the guy had went. They knew he was walking out, but they didn't know what to wear. You see where I'm at? They thought, well, where did he go? Nobody seen a vehicle there at the Freedom Bridge. Where would it have been? They had a day, when everybody's showing up when they find him. So it wasn't really looked into until after the fact. Then they're like, well, maybe he didn't drive. Maybe he does. Maybe he is from around here. And that's what again, when I got this one, once I put that together and it goes right by Mona, I'm like, yeah, this is him. This is totally him. Yeah, I see how this occurred, 100%. Did I lose everybody? Did I? You can just tell me if I did, man. Yeah, 36 people and 28 thumbs up. This is a bad Sunday, Wolf. It's a real bad Sunday. But you know what? The proportions are good. Yeah, Daniel. Exactly. And the same applies. I mean, when I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, that's an older guy. I mean, there's no way I could look at that and go, yeah, he's 13 or 14. No, of course not, because I was looking at a guy that was like at least somewhere in an area of 40, because you can look at his face and his size and everything and say, yeah, he's probably like in that area. But you can't see enough of his face to like say that. You can't see any detail to discern on his face. It's just an older guy face. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah. Well, it is an older guy. And the two eyewitnesses that seen him apparently don't know if he's 18 or 40. I talked to him for a bit, but his face, it jumps back and forth. It's hard to say. I say that they say that because they know full well. Look, man, it works like this. You're Sheriff Lesenby, all right? Are you ready? You're going to be Sheriff Lesenby, okay? St. Louis calls up. Hey, Sheriff Lesenby, how you doing? Yeah, I bet the weather's great up there. Oh, yeah. Okay, could you shut up now? Thank you. Look, we got this guy down here, and they go on that, hey, this guy was dressed like Bridge Guy when he committed first-degree murder and sexual assault. 2, he looks like your sketch, sir. 3, he had never broken the law in his past ever. Now, those are 3 things that was prerequisites for the suspect. Okay, that's what got me looking into it. And that's when I started finding this. That the month prior to the murders, he had filed bankruptcy. That's a big one. That's huge. That's what the FBI is looking for right there. That kind of stuff. Financial problems. Okay, so he had just lost his job. Kind of leaves these days clear, doesn't it? 2:00 in the. You see? Just lost his job, man. He's traveling to his brother's house. He needs a loan, people. Needs housing. Needs a job. So, yeah, that's how I know it's him. That's exactly how, man. You just follow all the past, man. And once you get to here and you start looking, then you look over here and you keep expanding where you're at. And once I got to the outside, yeah, you bet Jodi Arias is deadly. You bet she is. Whew. Jodi Arias. I wonder how. Yeah. No, I agree. And again, I can't say if I'm looking at the Bridge Guy pictures, I can go, you know what? Taking a guess, I would probably say somewhere 35 to 45, in there, because you can't see the eyes, you can't see the things that give a determination of age on the face. It's just all pixelated and blank. So you're just looking at a size, like his clothes, to kind of make a determination with. It's really that more than anything, because you're not looking at the face. You can't see his face. And that is why I am 98% positive of my suspect, okay? Because in that video, you can't see the face clear enough to say, yes, that's him. You can't. It'd be cool if you could, but you can't. You see? Motives for crime? Money, yeah. Love? Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't go kill for love, though. Well, no, I would. I would. All right. And by the by, everybody, I'm going to kind of make this a 1-hour show because there isn't really new to cover. There really isn't. So, I just wanted to make a 1-hour show. Now, hopefully by Tuesday, Greeno would be back here and we would do another live show. But I'm setting up a new channel that's going to be on this one. And I think that what I'm going to call it is UCC 1. United Cool Community 1 is going to be my channel. Yeah, exactly, Paul. Exactly. That's because the first sketch was made to look like my suspect. The second one was made to look like somebody, anybody, somebody that's anybody that don't look like him. We don't want people asking about it. We wish to God that Michael J. Cat would just shut up about it, please. Surprised they hadn't sent somebody over to go, dude, just shut up. Just shut up, man. Quit going on about it. Yeah. Reddish brown hair, but the photo looks like, you know what? The photo makes it look like he's got a tan, he's got a fat face, he's like a chubby faced 20-year-old. You know, it's like, and when I seen that, I'm like, BS right there, BS, totally. I knew it and I called it and I got right here and made a live show and told y'all. Like, yeah, man, that was really a lot of crap for some reason. But after putting it together, I'm kind of on the side as to why, you know. I understand now why I'm not totally an idiot here. Hmm. Did everybody leave? I mean, I'm not even seeing a person here. Oh, I guess not. Oh, holy cow! Now everybody's like popping up here. Okay, they made us all excited for 22 with a new sketch, new angle, more audio, video. Yet here we are 2 months later and nothing new. Very misleading. Exactly. And again, I believe that in part some of it was to be, some of it was to be misleading in a way. And again, it's like everybody right now, if they found out that what I was saying was totally true, they would be angry at law enforcement. But here's the thing: law enforcement has to do that because they can't tell you who did it. Well, how do you know? Well, we're going to have to tell you our investigation. So tell me. You see, because people want answers and they can't give them to you until they talk to him. And until at which time that they do, they aren't going to tell you anything. They're not going to tell you anything to solve this case. I'll tell you that right now. There will be nothing in the next year and a half or until they come out and say who did it, which could be sooner. It's not like arrangements could not be made. I want to point that out. It's not as if, say, they got a hold of him and they said, look, man, we know you're in trial down there. We get that. We don't want to step on your trial any. We don't want to be those people. You're going to have that jury, that ain't going to hear about this. But we'd like to come down there and talk to you about a different murder. May we? And he, not his public defender. But you see, that's the hard part because they would have to write him and get his answer. But if he did answer and say that they could, then they could. You see where I'm at? Then they could go down. I will talk to you. His public defender, while representing him on that case, can represent his life and he can talk to them if he wants to. So it could come out sooner. Maybe. Possibly. Not saying it's going to, but I'm saying that it possibly could. There's ways that maybe it could, but it's way on the doubtful side to me. Well, I'm glad you just found me by chance. Thanks for being here, Sterling. No. If you're asking about Purdue, that is a college, and she was 14, and Purdue's like down in West Lafayette, and I certainly don't think that she knew him at all. No, he was there. He was waiting for somebody to show up to his idea of a victim, and that's what he was looking for. But no, I don't think that she had ever met him ever before. Well, she may have took classes there over the summer at Purdue. I mean, it would have been young girl classes. It wouldn't have been like college or anything. But yeah, she took classes at Purdue. It was for something else. But the point I make is just because she went there and took classes. I mean, you see where I'm at. Somebody had to take her there, or a bus or something. I don't think that it was open to the public. Where you see where I'm at. I don't think that anything like that had transpired at all. I think that it was just happenstance. they showed up. It was like victims of opportunity. There they were. They got no, that's today, isn't it? That they had that right to life right or something like that in Delphi. I believe because Greeno was talking about going over there and getting interviews with the family. And I'm like, knock yourself out. But I think that that's happening today. 38 thumbs up. You know what? Seriously, this is like my worst live show in history, though. It is. I got 42 people here and 38 thumbs up. Man. And this is why I make a new channel. This is one solid reason why. Why here? Nobody gives a. Nobody. But you people did. You people. Look at you people right there. Yeah, you guys rock. I'll tell you that. Man, if you guys were here right now, yeah, we'd be having the party, people. Be throwing down. I am, honestly. But I wanted to tell people in a live show because, well, I had to, get a shower here, which I do at least once a week. I got a shower and then I thought, well, you know what? Because it is really hot out right here in Indiana. So I thought I'm not walking outside to roast my sack off. So you know what? I might as well just make a live 5 video. Just throw it out there and let everybody know that what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this channel right here open for the Delphi case. This is what this channel right here is going to be about, is Delphi. Okay? But I'm making a second channel on this one, UCC1. Cheyenne is the girl that arrived, and she got to the south side of the bridge where the girls were abducted. She was there before 3 o'clock and took a picture facing north up the bridge, the north side. And she said, I was there at about 3 o'clock and I didn't see or hear anything. And when I found that out, I'm like, who is Cheyenne? Just exactly like you. I said, who is Cheyenne? Oh, she was there. How do you know that? She had a picture. Where? I said, get this to me. Where? I need that. Does it have a timestamp? It does. I need it. Because that added to the timestamp video. Because I could show she was coming in as he was going out. Right there. As she was coming down to here or down the 501, he was heading across the north side, heading back to the 501. Seen her, let her get at a comfortable distance, then carried on. Yep. And I know he's seen her. In fact, I wrote him and I told him, I says, I know you've seen Cheyenne. I know you've seen her, man. Oh, by the way, that was her name, Cheyenne, if you was curious. 5 minutes. If you got any questions, throw them up. Bam. Get them up there. Hey, does anybody want to call? Does anybody want me to call them? If you want me to call them, here, let me go get my email address, and I will take a call or two if people want to call. If you do, ladies and gentlemen, let me know. I will call you a solid one. I will. Bam. Right there. Send your phone number only to that email address. And at exactly 5 o'clock, I will go to that email address and I will call the people that sent their number. Everybody down is everybody down. Not related to the girls at all. And you see, I mean, the thing is I never thought that he was related. I never did. I never felt that the suspect was related to him. A lot of people did, though, but I think a lot of people just kind of looked at MP, and they're like, well, it really looks like him, and it could be and I'm, does RL have a son? And I mean, he knows the property, and I'm like, man, you people are just really going down any hole you can find. There are a lot of people. They really just kind of, Any little direction that they could find, man. They was trying to seek an answer there. A lot of that came out of Facebook. Not well, no, I can't say all of it, but a lot of it did, for the most part. All right, heading to that email address to see if anybody. Nobody. Okay. All right. Nobody wants called. Well, put the phone down there. Let's put it down. People can't help it; they don't want call. All right. All right. All right. No, they didn't. Now I asked about when the suspect, when that little of him walking that step and a half. I said if you could give me a timestamp as to when that occurred, because it would tell me how far back behind him he was and how quickly he could cross that bridge. It would have told me how if he knew that bridge or not. It definitely would have helped me. Sheriff Lesenby got back a hold of me. I don't think we can. That's part of the investigation. I can ask the investigators. I just don't think they will. I had to wait a few days, and I'm like, well, can I have it or not? Well, because of Indiana code, whoa, slave law, no. So I'm like, thank you. No, Jason, I don't even know about that, aside of the fact that state troopers are trigger happy. Oh, no. Cheyenne's not related to him. No, she was just there. She was there right after the fact. Also, I don't know how many people would have an interest in this, but maybe some of you do. I got a friend, and he's got a channel out. I had just seen it like on Facebook, but he's got a YouTube channel out. It's called Generation Epic. He's trying to put out some epic videos. So if you have any interest in some epic videos or epic video viewing, check out the YouTube channel, Generation Epic. It's for people that really dig epic. If that's you, go there. Generation Epic. Bam. There. Now I can't say I didn't help him. Oh, come on, man. It does sound epic. It will be. It's already solved. From Alabama. If you're down in Alabama, I know it takes a little while for news to get down there to you, but I already solved this. So if it ain't all the way down to Alabama that Michael J. Cat solved this case, it will be. Give it a year and a half. All right. See you later, Andy. A lot of locals are concerned of him. Concerned of who? Are you talking about the state trooper? All right, let me go check my emails. See if anybody wrote me. Okay, there will be no calls today. Nobody wanted to call. How many people do I got here? 36. Oh, and 42 thumbs up. You guys rock. Look at you guys. Clemson, South Carolina. All right. Well, thanks, Tony. I'm glad you're here. Glad you made it. Clemson. Like the college? Anything like the college? Is it the college? You know what, people? This has become my new gig here in life. This is what I want. I'm going to buy me a motorcycle. Much like In the Way of Evel Knievel. But it probably won't be a Harley. We'll get me a little teardrop camper. All right? I'm just going to cruise America. And just go film everything. See, I did this once before for 12 years, but I was like really drunk and alone. Not this time. In fact, I'll be... And I don't know if the teardrop camper can hold you guys or not, but I'm going to take you all with me. Whoa, I did not hear applause. I'm a little taken aback by that. Oh, cool. Great, Stephanie. Awesome. Yeah, Clemson, man. You know, we got Colts that, was at Clemson. Clemson. Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. Woof. Oh, crap. Hold on. You know, I wish people would stay the hell off of Facebook and stuff. Okay. Woof. Oh, man. He's got his birthday coming up on July 4th. He'll be 14. So I was going to have his party, which I normally do every year for the last 6 or 7 years. I've had his birthday live on the air, and kind of wanted to do that. But this year, as it goes, my sister, when I put that on YouTube, she goes, "Oh, I'll be there," not even realizing that I was talking about a live show. So I said, "Okay, everybody, hey, it looks like my sister will be there for the live show. So she'll be here. She'll be feeding what probably cracklings, I believe, because like he'll do anything for Pig, man. I thought about buying a pet pig just to give him a good friend, like name it Pork Chop, something like that. You know, it'd be like really cool, man. Like Woof and Pork Chop just hanging out, doing like I don't know whatever, like Woof and like old Pork Chop would do. You know. So yeah, on the 4th at I think it was 4 p.m. 4 p.m. on the 4th, I will be live with Woof's birthday. Everybody be there. Oh yeah. You know what? Pork chops every night for a decade, over a decade, man. I've ate pork chops almost every single night. I love pork chops, man. I'll eat 3 of them. Man, you just doctor them up with a different sauce or a different, yeah, man. Pork chops are awesome. Man, I love pork. The only one thing I love better than pork, and that's cow. I love cow. Man, I mean, if I had my way, I'd just be eating cow. That's who I am. I'm a cow man. Hey, how you doing? Eyes are blue. Eyes are blue. As are mine. As are mine. As are mine. But yeah. You know what? Because I do love pork. I love pork. I love pork fat. I just love pork. But if I had my way of it, I would have me a little baby pig. I think that pigs are so like little piglets. That way they're so adorable. Holy cow! I'd never eat him. You know, I never would. I wouldn't even eat a pork chop in front of him. I think that would be very rude. You just don't do that, you know. But yeah, anyway, um, that's about all I got on the case, everyone. It really is, and I appreciate everybody being here. And if you tuned in late, let me break it down to you. I got a new channel I'm starting. That way, I keep this one right here on the Delphi case. That's going to happen. This is going to, for the most part, was birthday and such like that. Don't take me wrong, but for the most part, this right here will be about Delphi. But I'm starting a second channel on this channel called UCC1. That's going to be my next channel. So if you have a love for this country, America, if you believe in freedom and not laws, if you believe in what America is truly about and not being taxed to death, then join me. Join me, everyone, at UCC1, my upcoming channel. You will not be disappointed because I will rant, I will rave, and I will tell it how it is, even if it means my own death at their hands. You'll see it right there. All right, man. I appreciate everybody being here, and I will see you all in my very next video, and it should be Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Love you guys. Peace.